Started. Okay, so here we are. We're going to analyze some primary source documents and explain basically what they are. So a primary source document is written or created at the time in which it is historically relevant. It can be film, picture, written document, art, architecture, pretty much anything you can think of, as long as it both is written or created at the time in which it exists and provides information on what happened, what people were thinking, what life was like, things like that. So that kind of sounds weird, the time at which it exists, but you can't have a book written about the Declaration of Independence and say that it's a primary source document, because the document itself, the Declaration of Independence, would be the primary source document. So how do we analyze one? A primary source document is crucial to historians because it allows us to take things that happened in the past and put them into a frame of a viewpoint from today. So the first thing you would do would be to read the document, which is kind of obvious. I shouldn't have to put it in here, but you'd be surprised at how many people just skim through a document and don't actually read it, and they miss a lot, and then they don't understand the document. You first look for the author, the date, and the country of origin, which is if you can't find these three, it's probably not a great document to use, because these three tell you when, where, and who wrote it, which gives you an idea of the historical time frame and bias that could be present. That being said, look for any bias provided by the document. It's usually easier to find one in political arguments, but bias could be intentionally used to sway an argument in the reader. That's what the whole point of bias is. The next thing that you would do would be or the final thing would be to find the main point of the argument and the audience. Basically, what is the author trying to say? To who are they trying to say it, and why? This is basically the meat of analyzing a primary source. And if you don't know what the point of the argument is, then why are you reading the document? This allows you to understand truly what the document is about and who is making the argument. So when it's analyzed properly, a document can provide tons and tons of information. So we're going to go to this here website. This is the Declaration of Independence, obviously. And I couldn't get the guys at the National Archives to loan me the real one, so I got a transcription online. It's literally the exact same thing. It's just in a neater format and a neater font, so we can all read it. So the first thing you'll notice is that it's written in Congress on July 4th in 1776 in the United States of America. So it's written by Congress, which are these men down here. You don't really need to know their names off the top of your head. There's a couple of important people in here: Ben Franklin, you know, you got Sam Adams and John Adams in here, William Paca, all that kind of stuff. And then, but they're not like they're the authors, but you can just say Congress in July 4th, and that would make enough sense for everybody. So those are the author, the date, and then the country of origin. Then you find the argument. The argument is that they should break away from England, and why? Because of all of these reasons here. They are telling King George to stuff it, and they are saying that these are all the reasons why he's such a bad person and why he shouldn't be the leader anymore. Blah, 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 blah. You know, cutting off trade, taxation without representation, all that good stuff. And they're using this argument to try and sway other people to agree with them that they should, in the United States at least, that they should break away from England. And then, so the bias would be that all of these men are men, and they are white, and they are Americans. And that would lead them to want to break away from, excuse me, sorry about that, break away from England for that reason, because they are being oppressed and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I hope this was useful. And wow, Inception. Yeah, that's my screencast. Hope everybody liked it, and I hope it was important. Bye.